What you see before you here, guys, are some things I'm going to use to make a Victorian inspired table centerpiece. These are just things that I tend to have maybe left over. This one usually is a centerpiece item, but the rest of the stuff tends to be just sort of extras, minus the candlesticks as well. So if you want to learn how to make a Victorian inspired table centerpiece, stick around. All right, so my first thing is I have this placed here in the center, and I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay. I'm just going to kind of lift that up, and then, you know, however far you want it to extend. You could make it extend further or not, but we actually use our table for eating, so there has to be space. And then it's sort of this, and then we'll do this other one. Okay. And I'm just like fluffing this out, you know, very similar to what you would do with your tree. I know there's a gap here. Don't worry about that. That's why we have all of our filler. I'm going to start next with a frosted piece. This, I think, actually came in a bundle of something or other. And then we have another piece. Oh, it's kind of small, so I think I'll go with this one first. I'm just bending the stem to be able to tuck it in and not have the stem be everywhere. Now I have a eucalyptus and I guess cedar piece. Again, I think this came in a bundle, so when y'all see those at Michael's, pick one of those up, or Hobby Lobby. There's like 4 or 5 of them in a bundle, and then you just break them apart and use them in things like this. Spin the stick a little bit. Okay. Bend this stick. Actually, around this way. All right. The next ones are going to be these guys. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with these. Michael's got them last year, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I have to have them. I like my display here, especially because this is a table display, and people are going to sit on each side. I have a table that seats 6, and so I don't want it just to be pretty from the front. I want it to be pretty from all sides, even though this sort of does face the front, you know, this way. I still want it to, you know, be pretty and not just like, well, she didn't give any thought to the folks on this side of the table. It's looking good, I think. And then what we're going to do is just come right in here. I'm going to bend this one down this time because what I want is it to stand up a little more. So if you bend your stem down, then it stands up a little bit more. We are almost finished. I just have a couple more. I have these two. I'm going to put the blue in next, and I feel like blue's never really gone out of style, but it's definitely in style this Christmas, which means if you like blue, if you want to try it, now would be a good time because there's going to be a lot of offerings. This guy I got, I don't know, at least 8 years ago from Joann's. So probably can't find this one, but I'm sure you can find something similar. And since it's a bird, I do want it to kind of sit up. Okay, not lay down or, do something weird. Also, this has the added bonus if y'all can't see it, but there's a little stem here. If this is a pick, I can just put that right in and it hides that. These, I want to say were Hobby Lobby. They could have been Michael's, but maybe Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. If they're there this year, I will let you know. Let's see. Maybe something like, I don't know which one would be better. That feels like too much. Maybe. Okay, so how about, there we go. And then this spot back here is feeling a little bit bare. So I'm going to take this guy, I folded it so it kind of drapes down. And I'm just going to sort of tuck him in right there. And then I have two more of these guys, which I didn't know I had. Stuff gets put in different boxes all the time. I think I'm actually going to use this one. It's a little bit smaller. And I'm just going to fill in, attempt to fill in, this last hole right there. Oh, and I found a little tiny piece right here, which is great. There's one more tiny hole. There we go. And if y'all don't know, the Victorians were maximalists. I mean, if you've seen the Christmas decorations, they did not do minimalism. That's what I do in my house. I am a maximalist. See, should that one go here because it's on the other side, so it sort of creates this mirrored effect, maybe? There we go. How about that? There. Oh, I kind of want that over the top of something. I don't want it on the bottom. Oh no, look out. That's part of decorating it. Sometimes stuff jumps out at you. Which you did not intend. Here, I'll do this because this is really big. I'll shove that in there. Hang on. Under that a little bit, and we'll move this guy. It's not very big at all. Let's tuck him in right there. Okay, now let's zoom out a tiny bit more. Now it's time for our candlesticks. I got these at just an antique shop somewhere. Very pretty. All I'm doing is just wiggling these in a little bit. I don't do this when I start because I would knock the candlestick over with all the jostling of everything. And there we go. And these candles I've had for a couple of years. You can buy brand new ones if you want. And then I will take this off the tripod so you can see the finished result. All right. So there it is. It looks even prettier when they're lit. but I only want to do that when it gets close to dinner. And here is a view of the back. Little bird's kind of falling over. I'll fix him in a minute. Top view. I hope you guys like this. I hope it inspires you. Leave a like, a share, a comment, and I will get back to you, and I will be back as part of our continuing Christmas in July series with another Christmas themed video.